Hi, this is your host. This is a video from our channel. In this video, we are going to learn about the function of the pancreas. So let's learn about the function of the pancreas. The main function of the pancreas is to produce digestive enzymes and hormones that help in digestion and absorption of food in our body. In the endocrine part, there are these clusters of cells called the islets of Langerhans, which secrete hormones like insulin, glucagon, somatostatin, and pancreatic polypeptide. So the exocrine part of the pancreas has these small units called the acini, which are clusters of cells that look like little grapes. These cells are called the acinar cells. These acinar cells release digestive enzymes into the pancreatic duct. The pancreatic duct then carries these enzymes into the duodenum, which is the first part of the small intestine. We will learn about their functions in detail in our later videos. Now, what is the optimum pH for amylase to work? It is around 6.7 to 6.9. This is slightly acidic. So, where does the pancreas get the acid from? It gets the acid from the bicarbonate ions. Okay, so that was the second function of the pancreas, releasing bicarbonate ions. No. 1. It releases enzymes like amylase, lipase, and trypsin. A chemical reaction occurs and it forms a substance called pancreatic lipase. Share this video with your friends and, most importantly, don't forget to subscribe. Pancreatic lipase is an enzyme that helps in the emulsification of fats. Emulsification means breaking down large fat globules into smaller fat droplets. This increases the surface area of the fat for the lipase enzyme to act on. These enzymes help in the digestion of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Then the pancreas releases bicarbonate ions. The bicarbonate ions neutralize the acid coming from the stomach and create the right environment for the enzymes to work. Yes, along with the enzymes, the pancreas also releases bicarbonate ions. The bicarbonate ions come from the cells called the centroacinar cells and the ductal cells of the pancreas. They release bicarbonate ions as well as water into the pancreatic duct. The pancreas has two parts. It has an endocrine part and it has a digestive part. Because the food that comes from the stomach is highly acidic, the pH of the food coming from the stomach is around 1.5 to 2. This is highly acidic. So if the enzymes have to work, then the pH of the food in the duodenum has to be slightly acidic. It has to be around 6.7 to 6.9, so the bicarbonate ions released by the pancreas neutralize the acid and create the right environment for the enzymes to work. In this video, we are going to learn about the exocrine function of the pancreas. Similarly, other enzymes also get activated by various factors in the duodenum. Once these enzymes are activated, they start digesting the food in the duodenum. Now, what are these enzymes? So there are three main enzymes released by the pancreas. One is called amylase, which helps in the digestion of carbohydrates. The other one is called lipase, which helps in the digestion of fats. And the third enzyme is called trypsin, which is a protease, which means it helps in the digestion of proteins. So amylase, lipase, and trypsin are the three main enzymes released by the pancreas. Now, when these enzymes are released from the pancreas into the duodenum, they are actually in their inactive forms. For example, trypsin is released in its inactive form called trypsinogen. Why do they have to be inactive? Because if these enzymes are active, then they can start digesting the tissues of the pancreas itself, or they can digest the tissues of the stomach or the intestines. So, to prevent this, they are released in their inactive forms. So trypsinogen is converted into trypsin by an enzyme called enteropeptidase, which is released by the cells of the duodenum. Let's take the example of amylase. Amylase acts on the starch in the food and converts it into simpler sugars like maltose and dextrins. Now, why does it have to release bicarbonate ions? In fact, the bicarbonate ions released by the pancreas make up 99% of the volume of the pancreatic secretion. Now let's summarize what all things the pancreas releases into the duodenum. Now do you know what happens when the bile from the liver and the pancreatic enzymes mix in the duodenum? Alright, so that's all for today. If you like this video, press the like button, comment below, and let me know what you want to learn next.